Welcome to part 2, the ending fill to Rock and Roll by Led Zeppelin. John Bonham on drums. Okay, so we've gotten through the first 2 bits, right? So the whole fill is more or less. Okay, so there's a 4-stroke rough. Okay, and then right, and then at the end he does just a triplet. He goes. Tacked onto the end of this. Okay? So that last kick drum, that is the beginning of that fill. The beginning of the triplet. Right? That kick drum, right? Is the end of, so that's it. So those are the pieces. Put it together. I think he does 6 things, and then he does 2 triplet. It doesn't matter. He never played it that way again. He probably didn't even play it that way again that same day. Probably did 2 or 3 other takes, 4, 5, 10, who knows? And that was the one they chose on that day. The main thing is to play it your way, you know? The cool thing about learning all these classic licks, you get the chunks, you get the big components of them, but then reinterpret that your own style. You know, I'm not here to reproduce anything exactly or, you know, do it just like John Bonham or this guy. That doesn't matter. You know, I just want to turn you guys on to new ideas.